together a little soothing, restorative practice for Easter for everybody. So what you need for this practice is your mat, your blocks, some kind of a neck blanket. You can make a neck roll out of a blanket, 1 or 2 blankets, and your chair, and your 2 really fun things with the chair that we haven't done. And yeah, that's it. Oh, bolster. You need your bolster. So let's begin by centering. Sit up straight and tall. We're not going to do warm up or any heated movements, so be warm. Be in a warm space. You want your socks probably, and just be comfortable. It's going to be really, really enjoyable today. Not that it isn't always enjoyable, but in a different, soothing way. So sit up straight and tall. Lift your hips slightly so the belly falls softly like a Buddha belly. And lift the shoulders up, back and down. Soften your forearms, nice and easy. Hands open to receive. Lift from the crown so the chin is parallel to the floor. So we're lengthening the spine, but being soft in here. Shoulder blades are down the back, and then close your eyes. And let's come here into the present moment. Settle down on your mat. Let's move away from the monkey mind, that knee-jerk reaction to everything, the way we live our lives. And just settle down here into a more subtle way of being for the next hour and 15 minutes of practice. Notice what's happening inside your body, in your energy, body, and your emotions. And just begin to breathe that easy Ujjayi ocean sounding breath by constricting the glottis at the back of the throat, and it gives that, like your cleaning sunglasses, or that Darth Vader sound, or the ocean sounding breath. We want that on the inside and stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and relax response. So go ahead and begin to breathe through the nostrils, that Ujjayi ocean sounding breath. Keeping your eyes closed, notice how the breath moves the torso on the inhale all the way up to the clavicle. And then as you exhale, notice the lungs, the ribs, the belly. Notice the movement of the whole torso as we fill and then empty the body with the breath. And letting that breath be easy and soft, not strained or stressed. Let's do a scan of the body right now. Internal scan, noticing where you may have some tightness, some tensions, some holding or grasping, or attachments, and let's decide to let all that go for the next 1 hour and 15 minutes. You can always come back to it. And just release anything that you notice that you're glomming onto in your thoughts or body or energy. Settling down into this present moment. And then just noticing all the sensations and details of what we're doing through this really nice Easter practice. come to an intention for your practice. Keep your eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra, and come to an intention. And then let's breathe that intention out to the universe with faith. And we'll open our eyes and share one sound of Om. Inhale. So all of these postures are feel good. So the first one is we take our block our bolster and our block, and come into a wide angle forward fold. So I always like to have a blanket because it's soft. And then we're just going to come forward. You can bring your hands underneath and turn a cheek either side. But stay with that nice breath. And just give yourself the freedom to restore and rejuvenate. Releasing any tensions. Just breathe. Allow your whole body to relax. Your face and shoulders, hips and limbs. Just sink down to gravity. And notice what you feel. Loosen your shoulders, let them fall down. Soften the expression on your face, soften your brow. Loosen your tongue and your lips. Release your hands completely. Soften your belly. And soften your inner gaze. Where is your inner gaze? And then let's come on up and get up on your knees. And then we're going to do a nice child pose with the knees apart and the toes together. And get your bolster right underneath you. So I'm going to scooch it right underneath. And then same thing, one or the other cheek. And just come into a nice child pose. You can have your hands forward or underneath, out to the sides, whatever feels good for you. settle in. Relax your breathing. Notice where your thoughts are. And if you find yourself engaged in a thought, entertaining a thought, just notice that. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, only notice. And let everything be exactly as it is. Really let go and relax here. Relax your neck, your fingers, your belly and your torso and your hips, your toes and your feet. And then come on up. Keep your bolster just the way it is. And sit yourself sideways so your hip is right in line, the back of your back, and the hip is right in line with your bolster. And then we're gonna sit down there so the knees kind of splay out a little bit. And turn ourselves all the way to the bolster and then all the way back in the opposite direction in a really nice restorative twist. Dropping the right cheek and let go. Relax your shoulders. Really sink down onto your bolster here. And breathe into the twist. And then come on up. Turn your body so your hips are facing the opposite way. And your back is in line with the bolster. And then put your hips down, turn towards the bolster, and then all the way in the opposite direction. And find where you're comfortable. And let go. Remember where your attention goes, where you bring your mind, that's where energy flows. So if you think about your thumb, energy goes to your thumb. So if you take your breath and follow it up and down the spine, lighting up the energy channels, that's what's going to happen. That's where the energy is going to go. So let's take a deep belly breath in this posture and imagine the breath coming in through your nostrils and going all the way down to the base of the spine, and then on the exhale going all the way back up to the third eye chakra. Inhaling to the bottom of the spine, exhaling up to the third eye chakra. And let's do this circular breathing for the next minute or so. Following the breath with the mind, taking the breath into the sensations of the body. Keep your eyes closed and continue your circular breathing. And then we'll go ahead and bring the hands underneath your shoulders, lift yourselves up. Okay, and we'll do this split restorative Hanumanasana. That's what split is called. And I always like the blanket. You don't have to have the blanket on top of your bolster, but I just like it. So we're gonna sit on the front of the bolster and bring your left leg out in front, like that. And from here, bring the other leg back. So this is a supported, restorative Hanumanasana, split posture. And then take your 2 blocks or another bolster, whatever you need, as high as you want it to be. This is what works for my bones in my body. I have a daughter who can just right down, but that's not me. So we work with what we have. And we want to feel good about that. So my head is supported, my forehead. And this leg is, it can be all the way in here if that's your expression of this. This is a restorative pose. They're supposed to feel really, really cushy and soft and nice and happy. So for me, that's my restorative split. And I'm just going to hang out right here. So you go ahead and get yourself settled and breathe. Come to that Ujjayi breath. great thing about yoga is we can give ourselves permission to let go of the have tos, need tos, want tos, didn't do, all those things, and have the freedom to explore what's right here in this moment, gaining insight about our own true nature. And the more we practice, the more we can rely on that. That's why it's called yoga practice. And then gently bring yourselves up and sit back up on your bolster and bring your right leg out, left leg back. Set yourselves up to where you're comfortable and happy. You might find that the right side is has a little more give than the left because of what we just did. No pushing, just be. Just allow gravity to do what gravity does. I think it's like 14.7 pounds of pressure per square inch. So we can just sink right down into that naturally. And let the body open. Keep breathing that breath that keeps us here, anchored in this moment. And come on up out. So what I like to do when I'm not teaching yoga and I'm just doing it is when I get to a place where my mind says, all right, get up, that's enough. Notice that. From all the practicing, noticing, you begin to not knee-jerk respond to thoughts. You begin to realize that you can watch them and catch them. So if I catch that, I say, no, let's stay a little bit longer. And it's that little bit longer that's really, really sweet. I'm just telling you. So, we're going to do pigeon. And it's a restorative pigeon. So we take the leg and get the hip right up on this bolster. And let the back leg be bent so we're not straining. And then take your blocks. And I always like a blanket because it's soft. Then just place your head down on your block and let the hips sink in here in our restorative pigeon pose. Long, easy, soothing Ujjayi breaths. And longer exhalations. And after you exhale, right at that moment where there's this little space right before the inhale, just notice that little pause before the next inhalation. That's as small as we want to focus on. Tiny, tiny details of sensation in the body with the breath. This is that meditative quality we're looking for. It's about 3 minutes for each one of these postures. If you can do this for 5 minutes, like a yin restore practice in your own time, it's about 13 slow Ujjayi inhale and exhale, if you want to use that as a rule of thumb for yourselves. And then come on up and let's get the other side. Whichever side you didn't do already. So, and get your hip right up there. So we're not straining, and then that back leg, just nice and easy. So find wherever your head feels best and arms. Loosen up your hands from the center of your palm out to the fingertips. And let's bring awareness to the feet, the bottom of the feet, the pads of the toes, the top of your foot, and relax all the parts of your feet. And sink down into your hip. Release your neck and shoulders. Loosen your jaw. Soften your brow. Notice your inner gaze. Relax the parts of your body that are bringing your attention to where you might still have something holding there. Keep your breath easy. And peaceful. So we're not straining that breath for the sound. We're just allowing that breath to wash over us. And then hands underneath your shoulders. And come on up. And let's place the bolster. So for different people, this is different. You might, it's a seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So you might want 2 bolsters. Depends on how your body feels. So this is, we're not trying to get anywhere. We're trying to be very, very at ease and loose and happy, content, just to be where we are. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're not aiming to feel any intensity, but if something feels intense, you can shift yourself. It's really for restoration and refueling and relaxation. Okay, so set yourselves up for however that is for you. And let's sit up straight and tall. Take a deep breath in. And then slowly come on down on the exhale. So wherever place works for you. Once you get there, just let go and breathe Ujjayi. And notice if you're traveling along with some thoughts. Just gently bring yourself back to your Ujjayi breath and the sensations of your body. And slowly come on up. Oh, okay. And we're going to do our side bends, which are really nice. So I put my blocks back here, and my little blankie on it, and I need that there for my head. So we're just going to do a really nice side bend. So again, the knees are bent, kind of, you know, one then the other kind of thing. And then the arm that's facing the way your knees are facing just goes here. And your head comes down on your blocks. So that's really comfortable. And then lift your right arm up so your bicep is aiming to be near your ear to get the best stretch here. And if you can get that hand to fall behind you and let the weight of this fall that way so that it just hangs there and you don't have to do anything with it. And then close your eyes and relax. And breathe through what you're feeling. Breath to sensation, mind to breath. Staying in the present. And noticing whatever comes up for you. Feel gravity gently tugging downward. Notice the sensations in the lungs, the intercostal muscles, the whole side body. Loosen up your forehead, your jaw, your cheeks. Your mouth, your lips. Let go. If you notice your breath has gone shorter and more shallow, just gently take a long, deep inhale through the nostrils, and then a long, easy exhalation one time, and you'll notice the difference. Coming back to that deep belly breath in, longer exhalation, and the pause. And notice how you feel. And then carefully come on up, and we'll go right to the opposite side. so the arm comes straight out and down, nice and easy. And then the opposite arm comes up, aiming back this way, so the weight can set right there. I don't have to think about it. And then let go. Find your place. And release. Noticing the side body from the hip all the way up to your elbow. Loosen your neck. Notice your forehead. Can you soften any more in your face? And what can you release? Where can you relax more? Just notice and then let that go. And let's come on up out of that. And I'm going to do 2 chair restorative postures that I don't think they're challenging once you get it. They're actually really, really comfortable. So I'm going to do it, and if you have trouble with it, see if you can make modifications for yourself, and or maybe you shouldn't do this particular one, but let's give it a try because I've done it and it's really nice. So you don't always have to have the blankets. I just like them. And the first one I'm going to do actually goes like this. And hold on, I have to look at my handy dandy thing here. Right, we don't need to block first. First I'm going to do the half shoulder stand with the chair. So you always want to make sure your chair legs are on the mat. So you, and there's not a really like graceful way to get into this one, but once you're in, it's super cool. So what I was doing is basically sitting, kind of, well, not sitting, but trying to get my hips up on the chair. But what you're trying to do really is to get your shoulders down on this bolster. So you have to get yourself up in there, and that's hard to do. So just watch what I'm doing and try it my way, and then try it your way, and then, however you can get in. But you want your shoulders here, and then you want your hips up on the chair. So you have to get the chair underneath your hips, like that. And then the way you hold it is, you hold the chair. So this is a half shoulder stand. If you can figure out a better way to get in, you're gonna have to tell me. But it feels really good. It's a great restorative inversion. My neck is feeling great, my shoulders feel great. So if you can get yourself up into that, give it a try. Come to your Ujjayi breath. And let's just let the blood flow down. Stimulate the thyroid a little bit here. Relax your feet. Relax your neck. And breathe. The next one's even more fun. Notice where your thoughts are. Stay in the details of sensation in the body. And then carefully bring your knees down and push the chair up to come up. We're going to do plow pose. So turn it, your bolster sideways, and this is where we need the block, right down here. You're going to put your head there. I think I need to. And then bring your chair right up there next to your block. So your head is going to be right here. And then our feet are going to go up this way. They're going to rest on the chair. So, looks like this. So I have my head right here. And then I'm holding on to the chair. And I'm going to bring my feet. Let's see. Hold on a sec. Is it there? There we go. Oh, it was a little too close. And bring my feet up like I'm doing. Oh my God. Oh, I can't do it with this thing here. Oh shit. Take this out. Here we go. It's not this hard. I promise you it's not this hard. There. There. There! I did it. It's just, this isn't right. Here we go. And then you hold on like this. So this is plow pose. So when you do a shoulder stand, you can have your legs up. And then I'm curling my toes on the other side of this chair, which is really nice because I can let my legs relax. So these aren't like really graceful, easy things to get into, but you have a chair. So once you get used to your body and how it's set up for your body and what works for you, it's really, really, really great back stretch here. Feels wonderful. Hang on with your toes. Just let gravity pull that stretch. And then carefully bring your knees down and roll yourselves up out of there. That was really wild. Okay. And now we're going to come just right down over the bolster. Let's move this out of the way. Just a gentle, so my pubic bone is on the bolster, and then my chest is on the bolster. And if you like a block there for your neck, that's fine. So do what works for your body and your neck to be comfortable. And then just let your arms come down so the shoulders fold down over the bolster. And let go. Feel your back relaxing. Feel your shoulders falling down to gravity. Loosen the back of your throat and your tongue. Let's all take a nice, easy, long breath in with a soft, audible sigh on the exhale. Inhale. Let's do that 3 times. Again, inhale. And one more time, inhale. And just notice how that vibration of sound came over your body and affected your nervous system. Stay with your Ujjayi breath here. Notice if you're wandering away, following along your stories, your narratives, and your memories. And just come back to this present moment in this breath, on this mat, in this body. And then gently bring yourselves up. We're going to come right into Shavasana. So be warm and comfortable. Place one bolster or some pillows underneath your legs. And then if you have a yoga blanket, if you just roll it a little bit, 1 or 2 rolls, you end up with a really great neck place support and a really nice soft place for your head to lay on. And then, even nicer, is if you place a blanket over your body when you're in Shavasana. So find your comfortable place. You have a different way to do your neck. There's always these, or the little $8 chiropractic ones I showed you last time. So get that thing under your neck just right. So it's not too much and not too little. So you can really relax your neck and throat and shoulders. And your hands should be out to the sides, about 8 or so inches from your body, with the palms open to receive. And close your eyes. Let your back and torso sink down to gravity. Release that Ujjayi breath now. Just allow your breath to work naturally the way it always does. Keep your eyes closed. Relax all the parts of your body, your bones, your skin, all the organs, every part of your whole body. Loosen and relax. Notice the sensations of your normal, regular breath in your body as the air comes up through the nostrils and then as it leaves. A little bit warmer on the way out, a little bit cooler on the way in. And notice how the breath moves the body with the belly rising and falling. And the sound of breath and the rhythm of breath as it naturally is. And then bring awareness to any emotions that may have been stirred or relieved or cooled or heated. to the thoughts that you find yourself observing right now. And just allow the thoughts to be what they are and float by. The next one will float right in. And be in this layer of self called Vijnanamaya Kosha, the place of watching. And let go. And then with the sound of my voice, bring your awareness back to the space around your body and the space in the room you're in. And then take a deep breath in and feel your belly rise. And bring tiny movements to your fingers and toes. Gently turning your head to one side. And then the opposite side, slowly and carefully. Back to center. And let's bring our knees up into the chest for a big hug of love and gratitude for your practice. rolling over to one side or the other, doesn't matter which side. And then slowly come up to seated, and we'll share one sound of Om. So let's rub our hands together, stir up the energy, and then we'll send that out to the universe. So let's share one sound of Om. Inhale. Namaste, Jai Bhagwan, happy Easter to everybody, happy Passover, that's already gone, and love to everybody on Easter. I hope you enjoy this, and I left the goofy chair things in. I'm not going to cut that out because I think everybody needs to be at ease, really comfortable with finding your way into something that could be really good instead of not doing it because it's too hard to get into. So, see you next time.